Hello, everybody. I am SunPsychic Jean, and please welcome Kelly from Cali Healer. Hi, Kelly.
Jean, hi. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I look forward to our time together and talking about crystals is just like the highlight.
It really does raise our vibration, doesn't it?
It does. It does. And and I don't know about you, but I picked out some really cool ones that I thought will be fun to share today. And it sounds like from backstage that you were having a heyday going through yours too.
I know I was a little late coming on and meeting Kelly because I got lost in time when I was back in my room trying to pick up all the specimens that I wanted to share with you all today. So I just wanted to say hello to Miss Leona is here. Maria Amethyst. Craig Dixon is here. Hi, Craig. And oh, you look, Kelly Hiller. And Annie Bear is here. I saw you and Annie Bear together. I think I mentioned I put a little. Did I say hello live or did I say hello after? It was a really good show you guys did on angels.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love angels. And what we're discovering is there's so many more angels that we had no idea of. And so it just kind of now I think we're having another show on the 24th and we still have another list, but it's fun investigating. And, it's kind of like the crystals too. It's like you have them, but when you start doing the research on them, it's so exciting.
It is. It really is. And you guys did a beautiful job, and you were both high vibrational, high energy, and such good information. I really enjoyed it. So thank you, Annie
Oh,
Bear and Kelly.
thank
And
you.
CJ is here. And Stacy Thompson, she says she's new to you all. I've purchased crystals at Home Goods. They seem to be coated in a clear coat of some kind. What is this? And should I try to remove it or let them be? Is it shrink wrapped? Because sometimes I think they do try and like protect, because crystals, depending on which type of stone you have, it's some of them are soft and some of them are hard, and they might shrink wrap it. So I don't know if you can tell that or if it's just a treatment, but it's hard to tell without seeing it.
I'm
Um,
wondering if it's not like really highly polished,
mm.
where it looks like it has something on it, but maybe it's just really really polished, Stacy. But yeah, like Jean said, if we were able to see it, we could probably tell you.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And the things that you purchase at Home Goods are um, good and real, but they're more for display. I guess it would be like the quality of the specimen or the reason for the actual piece. But I've seen really nice things there, and they have a lot of salt lamps too. We were talking about salt lamps last
Yeah.
time.
I've gotten crystals at Home Goods. In fact, I have a really beautiful amethyst that I have in my downstairs bathroom, but it is on like a little like frame, like pedestal type thing, so it's kind of more for display. But yeah, I have that, but I got that at Home Goods.
Hmm. I think that's perfectly fine. Sure. And good for Home Goods. Michelle is here. Hi, Michelle. Maria Mars. And Maria, is today your birthday? Is this the same Maria? I just said happy birthday to a Maria Mars on Facebook. Terry T is here. Hi, Terry. Nice to see you. Osmos Elf from France is here. Nice to see you. Thank you for coming. Aw. Annie Bear's doing her thing. You're so good. Aw. Good, 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 Craig. So I just had my ghost stories event, and it was an event. It was a Zoom event that you would go onto my website and purchase. In fact, I have to make sure that that's down. Purchase a ticket, which is $5, but all my members were free, so you could just come on over. I put the link in the members only, and it was a lot of fun. It was uplifting, and it was not gory or scary or spooky. But I have an actual apparition of a man walking in, and in fact maybe I'll share it with you at the end of the day. And then you see him, he's at work, and then you see him disappear, and it's the freakiest thing.
I love it. That's so cool. And when we're able to catch that on camera or, on video, it's even that much cooler. It's just because you have the proof.
It is it is just it's mind altering, and yet it's profound and humbling at the same time. And look, Maria says, yes, it's my birthday. It was me, because you never know how many Maria Mars are out there, right? Well, good. I'm
Happy
glad I was able to
birthday,
remember
Maria.
that. Well, we have a lot in store for everybody today, and I hope you all have your crystals there, and that you come with an open mind. And crystals are our friends. And I don't know, Kelly, if I ever told you. I probably did, that I had it was a meditation, and I went um, I went under the sea. It was actually, maybe that was a past life regression I had. But I went under the sea, and I lived under the sea, and I lived like in a plant or a flower, and I had crystals there, and the crystals were glowing, and one would glow, the other would glow. And so the person, it was a regression that I had, and they said, what are the crystals for? Why are they used? What do you use them for? And I said, they're my pets. Because I'm under hypnosis, and I'm like, that's what I call them. They're my pets. And because I play with them, and they play with me, and they're filled with unconditional love. And I take care of them, and they take care of me, just like our pets. And so the 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 guide, the instructor says, are they used for anything else? And I said, yes. I said, they tell me they are a warning signal, just like a dog would bark in case somebody's coming to the door. The crystals would glow and tell me telepathically that there was danger.
Oh,
Yep. So we
that's
have been
amazing.
communicating and integrating with crystals um, for eons and many lifetimes. And I don't know if this was on a different planet in a different dimension, but this is what I experienced. So then we found out that my brother and father were out, gathering things, and that the crystals were there to help protect me. And he said, "Do you know where the crystals come from?" And I said, I'm not sure. And they said, and asked the crystals to take me where they come from. So I went into the crystals. This is in a meditation, everybody, or like a guided regression. I went into the crystals, and when I came up to the surface of the water, and I'm on the surface of the water, and I'm like this water being. And I see that there's like a cave off in the distance, and I see that there's like some glowing lights coming from the cave. So the instructor's like, go ahead, go over to the cave and see what's in there. So I go over, and I'm still swimming in the water, and I'm in the water, but I'm in the cave, and the cave all around the top of the cave, around the sides of the cave, around the shore of the cave. It had all different kinds of crystals, and all of them were just shining and beaming all different colors. I felt so joyful, so overwhelmingly happy, and loved the love that I felt in that cave. And I'm always able to go back into that cave whenever I need to, whenever I feel down, whenever I'm not feeling well, whenever I am, low, and I need a pick me up. I can always remember that and swim into that cave and be greeted by all of these crystals. And this is where the crystals came from that I had under the ground, who were protecting me and loving me. And I know that they have like a vibration and a frequency. It's not exactly a sentient consciousness, but they do have uh, it's not an awareness, but I think that they have like I don't know. Um, it's like they have a purpose. It's like they
Okay.
have. I don't. Well, I don't want to say an awareness, but they have a purpose. They have. We can have a relationship with our crystals, and I do know. especially with my labradorite, because that's like my medicine, that this has taught me a lot, has helped me, has balanced me, has calmed me, has healed me. And just having it around, I always have it around me. It's just enhanced so many different aspects of my life. And I feel, akin. I think it would be like my right arm would be gone if I couldn't be around a labradorite anymore. I mean, that's how much I'm connected to this.
That's your go-to. That really is. That is your go-to. I have a kind of a cool story about, well, it's not it's not a crystal, but it's a rock. And when we were living in Minnesota, we lived on a lake, and probably about a mile and a half, 2 miles from our house it was called Claire's Well, and it was run by nuns. And I would go, every couple months for a massage. And I think it was like early spring, and I had gone for my massage, and I'm driving home, and it's like a windy gravel road, and there's an empty field off to my right. And all of a sudden, I hear my angels say, well, and it could have been the rock too, that said, "You need to come get me." And I stopped my vehicle, and I'm like, "What on earth is going on?" And I look, and I can see this rock out in the field, and I had like white, like legging, like house pants on, but I had boots because it was a wet day. And I trucked out into this field, and it wasn't like way out in the middle, but it was a hike. And I get out there, and there is this rock, and it's probably about yay big. And I'm like, I don't know, I guess you're coming home with me. I mean, this is what I was told to do. And so I lugged it back, and I want to say it's probably close to 20 pounds. Got it in the back of my Tahoe, got it home. And I think I left it there for a day, and then finally went out and got it and rinsed it off. On the top of the rock is a third eye. And I have it. I have it below me, and my feet are on it. So one day, maybe on one of our next shows, when I'm feeling strong, I can put it, because I
Well,
will have.
can you take a picture of it and send it to me, and I'll post it?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
we
it
got to
is.
see it now, right?
Right. It
Oh
is.
my gosh.
And the
Yes.
thing is so heavy. Okay, let me back up here a little bit.
Yeah, rocks from nature, river rocks, especially rocks around water, have a lot of energy and frequency to them. I know that when I did 3 years of my shamanic energy healing training, we often went out in the wild and found our own rocks. I don't know that they're quite that big, but they have so much frequency and vibration and personality, and they do help us heal, and they talk to us. And just like trees, and this is all part of our nature. This isn't anything new. This isn't anything woo woo. It's indigenous. It's who we always been. We are part of nature. We're not on a planet. We're of the planet. We're not in
Right?
nature. We're of nature. Um, and yeah. Aw. And Scott said he's heard many voices this morning, but couldn't make out what they were saying. Oh, interesting. I think your clairaudience is turning on there, Scott, for sure. And if and when it's important for you to know, they will clarify that for you. Um, and I'm so looking forward to this. She
Yeah.
said it, you guys. I'm gonna put it in.
Hopefully my floor isn't too dusty down there.
All
But yeah,
right,
it,
all right, all
it
right.
was, and it was, when we moved out here to California, it was like, I took almost all the rocks that I had found, and obviously all my crystals too. But this one was heavy, and I did have it outside for a while, and then it's like, no, it needed to be near me. And so now I keep it underneath my desk, and then I keep my feet planted on it. But yeah,
Okay,
it
let me
was
see.
worth the trek in the mud to go get it. And so you never know. It's like, listening, for those, those messages that, stop and go get that rock.
That is amazing. All right. Bear with me, y'all. Got to get back to you and then share it. There it is, you guys. There it is. Wow, look at that. Look at that third eye on that thing.
Right.
That is amazing. I can't believe you picked that up. That's huge.
It is so heavy.
Oh my gosh. That is a third eye, and it almost looks like a fossil, or
Mhm.
like looks like a creature, like an eye of the side of a, you know, dragon or something. You know
Yeah.
how they have the eyes on the side, it looks like?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, have you ever meditated with that?
I haven't. I really I should. And what I'm finding, on our last show, we talked about record keepers, and I'm like, oh, I think I have some record keepers. But it was one of those things, like, I've had them, but I just really haven't put them to use. And because of our show, it's like I got them out and I programmed them now, to help me. And well, and we can do that, not only, it doesn't have to be just record keepers, but we can do that with any of our crystals too. We can program them to help us in any way that we want.
I did a programming class. Let me just say that these ladies are saying something here. I wanted to make sure I got it before it went by. Carolyn says she sees a face. She sees a face inside of the eye itself. She sees a face inside the eye. And then and Vicky said I did too. Now, on my screen, it's a little brighter. I don't know how I can make it brighter, um, but on when I'm looking on YouTube, or when I'm looking on this us, it looks a little darker. Let me just try one thing. That might brighten it up a little bit. Maybe it was the contrast. But they said that they saw a face in this eye.
Oh, I I'll have to take a gander at that.
That is amazing. I mean, what could cause something like that? That's definitely,
I know,
otherworldly.
right? Right, when I wash it, because when I picked it up and carried it back to my vehicle, I had no idea, because it was just literally covered in mud, and so was I by the time I got it back there. And so, when I got out the hose and rinsed it off, I was just shocked. I'm like, okay, now I see why you stopped me to walk into a field to come get you. That was cool.
And Annie Bear sees it too. Hmm. A
Oh,
sun and a Toltec kind of face. Interesting. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is just amazing. I tell you, it's nature. And when you bring things in that you love, that you find, that call to you, and there's a woman on, no, there was a woman on Instagram, and I think that she said that she loves painted rocks, and that the painted rocks loved her. Or was it you that had the painted rock? Or did you tell me a story about a painted rock?
no, it wasn't me.
Okay, then it was the lady on. I just want to make sure, because I hear things different places, but um, and she talks to trees and she talks to rocks, and she said that the rock called to her and said, "Hey, over here." And so she went over, and behind the tree she looked down and she saw this little rock, and it was a painted rock. And so she asked it, "Do you want to come home with me?" And they said, "No, we just love when little kids find us." And she said, and the rock wanted to stay there so that other people can find them and find joy, like the joy of
Yeah.
the painted of the rock.
Wow. How cool is
I'm
that?
going to send you her link. You're going to really like her.
Yeah.
She teaches you how to greet a tree, and she says you stand at the tree, you greet it, and then you make your energy as big as the tree so that you're mirroring the tree's energy, and then you can blend and talk to the tree. And I'm like, I've never heard that before. I mean, I've talked to trees, but not bring my energy up and match it to the tree and then commune. I mean, trees are the easiest things to talk to, and then rocks. But bring in rocks, bring in nature, bring in fossils, bring in the things, not the little critters that come with it, but, brush it off, make sure it's clean before you bring
Yeah.
it in your house.
Yeah.
But it raises the frequency and the vibration of the energy around you.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know what I would do without my crystals. I mean, they're they're like everywhere in my in my house. I love them. I love them so much. I this piece here I had in my bathroom. It had been in my bathroom for the longest time. And there too, they, you were mentioning how they talk to us. And I had gone in there, oh gosh, just within the last few days. And it said, you need to bring me upstairs. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I set it by the steps and I told my husband, I said, next time you go upstairs, bring this upstairs and put it in the room, because I said it wants to come upstairs. And I had gotten this in Seattle, oh, a few years ago, and I looked it up, and it's gypsum,
Mm.
and so when I looked it up, I'm like, okay, now I realize why it wanted to come upstairs. It's a calming, it's soothing, and it has calming, soothing effects on the mind and body, and it helps reduce stress, anxiety, and insomnia. And I'm like, I need I need all that.
Wow.
It
Hmm.
enhances our intuition, clarity, and it's great for meditation and spiritual practices. And it promotes emotional balance, and it helps us with our emotional healing, and it helps when we're confronted by triggers that might trigger up trauma. It helps us to heal from our traumas, and it also, if a person is suffering from inflammation, it helps alleviate that pain too. So yeah.
It's so multi purpose. These They help our mind, body, and spirit. They really truly do, and it's such a gentle, subtle energy, and it takes a little bit of time to work, but it teaches us patience, and it allows us to slow down into that frequency that's more of a healing. I say more of a healing type frequency, and it really does help us to. And I used to have this, I don't know. I used to use this phrase like "you're on my last nerve," and my nerves are fried, and like
Yeah.
and until I met and started collecting crystals, and that really has really soothed and smoothed out a lot of that like frantic and fried energy. It really is. And it does something a little bit different for everybody because it depends on what you need and what
Mhm.
where your balance comes in, but it all is about balance. But I love that gypsum. It's so beautiful, and it might be what it looked like. It had like a little bit of a glaze on it, but that's just because of the polish, and that might be what our new friend here was talking about. She said it looks like it has a plastic. I'm trying to find her question.
Oh yeah. And it kind of
Stacy.
does.
Stacy.
It
Mhm. Yeah, it does look like it has a little bit of a sheen to it.
But then on the other side,
It's natural, yeah.
yeah.
And some they could have a little bit of a coating to protect it from breaking off sometimes, because some stones will just disintegrate if you knock them too hard, or the pieces of them will break off. Um, really,
Calcite
really
is really bad for
beautiful.
that.
Mhm. Well, do you want to go to the images here next? Would you like to do that, Kelly?
Sure.
Or do you want to go to another one?
Yeah, let's look at some of the images.
Okay. All right, let's bring this up. So, this is crystals for abundance, and I love citrine. I do have I didn't bring it over here with me. Citrine, a golden ray of beauty, nurturing self esteem, balancing emotions, and drawing positive energy in. And it does this in such a subtle, gentle way. And it's really inviting, it's calming. And this is something like you could wear on a pendant or carry in your bra or in a pocket, or have a wrist crystals. I'm going to show you some crystals I have that are on um, a bracelet, but just as long as it's close and near you. The next one is adventurine, a buoyancy aid for the emotions. Keeping optimism flowing and belief in the spirit of adventure and a value of taking a chance. Wow. Oh, okay. So, as it's named, aventurine. I always knew it was calming, healing. I mean, the green stones are always usually calming, healing, but this is optimism flowing and belief in the spirit of adventure, a value of taking a chance. Wow. And a lot of us need to have courage, right?
Right. We do. We do. That's an amazing stone.
The next one is carnelian, the stone of action, boosting confidence and the motivation to strive and attain your goals. It's amazing. It's really, I mean, everybody should have a crystal Bible, and I think and it tells you all of these things. The
Yes.
diamond, this one is a diamond, and it's amplifying dynamism, granting clarity of your mind and invincibility to succeed. That's amazing. I know somebody that just got a new Herkaba diamond that's in a ring form, and it was like calling to her, and that's when it's something that you're needing.
Yeah.
And this one is neat. This one is topaz, imparting truth on all levels, bringing joy and understanding. It's beautiful.
That
And
is.
this next one is ruby, and I'll have to tell you a story about ruby. And this is a ruby, uh, firing the passion and self assurance to attract wealth and take opportunity by the horns. That's funny. That's neat. And this one is cinnabar, an energy spritzer giving strength of what will to, I don't know. Oh, prosper from your endeavors. I'm like, I'm like it ran off. So, an energy spritzer giving strength of will to prosper from your endeavors. That's cinnabar.
I love
Very, very interesting. Crystals of abundance. So I have a couple of these. Here is, let me just switch, make that. So this is my green adventurine that I'm saying that you can just wear as a bracelet, right? As long as it's near you. And I also have, I believe this is, I want to say agate. I'm not sure, but this is a different green stone. No, it's trying to think of the name. These names I don't have memorized. Um, and it comes in many different colors. But this is, I'll think of it. It's a different type of a green stone, but this is also healing in its own way. Can you think of it? What
I I wish I had my crystal Bible
I
here. I
know, I
typically
know.
do.
Um,
The only thing that keeps popping in is the green
it might
aventurine.
be like a green jasper or something. Like there's a stone that comes malachite. I'm not sure if it's quite malachite, but it's really very healing. And the deep darkness is the type of healing that I need. See how light this one is and how deep and heavy this one is? And the deep dark one is for deep dense healing. But
Yep.
even, you can just keep these in a pocket. You don't always have to wear them. Um, and I think that this is carnelian. This is a carnelian one. And
Yeah.
this is like an 8 millimeter, I guess you call it. There's some tinier ones. I like the tinier ones, but this is a carnelian. And this is very healing. Um, I like to associate things to my chakras as well. Like
Mhm.
this would be either my sacral chakra. It could also lend a little bit to for the root chakra, but this would be for creativity. Um, and let me just show you one other one since I have myself. There is this thing, and I don't know what this is called, but it's a piece of, it looks like metal, but it's a stone and it grows in these cubes, or I
It's
don't know what
pyrite.
is this pyrite?
Mhm.
Wow. I didn't know it came in this smooth. So stones form in different um, shapes. This is not cut this way. This is grown this way. And it comes in, and that's how it grows. And different stones grow in different ways. And then this one is I think this is black tourmaline. And see how it has like those striations? And this one is a very soft stone. And you can see the striations in it. And this will chip off. Like if I
Mhm.
had it in a bag with a bunch of other stones, it would chip away. In fact, I can even feel a little bit of it is like coming off on my finger. But it's very soft stone, but it's shiny and I don't know what you would call like it almost reminds me of selenite a little bit, is has this sort of
Yeah.
structure
Mhm.
to it. But this is very healing as well. And there's all different types of black stones too. Um, yeah. And I let me just go ahead. I'm just going to continue because I don't know what this one is. I have no idea what this one is, but this is a stone, you guys. And this has, and I got this on let me just see. I don't think of, I can't think of her name. It'll come to me, but she has a website and she did a lot of teaching for with crystals. And this is a sacred geometry, and I believe this is a
Sage goddess.
yeah, with Sage Goddess, a dodecahedron or something. It is a sacred geometry, but the actual stone itself looks like metal and mimics metal, and it has all these different striations, and it's heavy. It's heavy for its size. It's actually it's very
Oh
very heavy and
wow.
dense, and I just absolutely loved it. And I think it came in one of our kits, but it's one of my favorite things because of all the angles and the dodex I don't know what is it called, dodecahedron. I said it a minute ago, but you have. I mean, in order to be an expert in these things, it's challenging. You need to
Yes.
be on top of it 24/7, or you can just be an amateur like me and just enjoy the ones and say,
Me
I
too.
love your color, I love your shape, and that's all
Yep.
I need to
Me
know.
too. That's me. That is me too. It's I try. You know, what's nice with Sage Goddess is she typically will send a little bit of a card that will say the healing properties with it. But I have a drawer full of them now. So now it's like which one goes with with which one, and so I somebody mentioned malachite, and I have malachite here, and I would like to go over the the stone because this stone is just beautiful. And I'm just going to read to you what I have written down about it. And I think it's a little bit more expensive, but I think it's one that we should all have in our toolbox. And so this is what I have. It's a powerful stone and it needs to be used with caution. If used as a gem elixir, only apply it externally. It can amplify both positive and negative energies, and malachite is believed to still be evolving. How cool is that? And It's supposed to be one of the most important healing stones and protection stones. It will absorb negative energy, and it's important to cleanse frequently. However, not in water, to place, and it says salt or water. So this needs to be cleansed with either smoke, sun, or moon. It absorbs pollutants, nuclear and natural radiation. It also clears electromagnetic pollution and heals earth energies. It clears and activates your chakras and attunes to spiritual guidance. And when placed on the third eye, it activates it. And it's supposed to help with our visualization and psychic vision. And if you place on the heart, it's supposed to bring balance and harmony and unconditional love. But there was a little bit of a warning that if you do have this like as a piece of jewelry, for instance, if you had this like as a necklace, they said not to wear it too long because it can cause heart palpitations.
Wow.
And it's great for scrying to access other worlds. And it's great for getting messages for the future. And it encourages us to take risks and step out of our comfort zone. And it helps to absorb information. And malachite can be used for inner exploration, stimulates dreams, and helps to remember them. I was amazed when I looked this up on, and the thing of it is, you guys, you don't need to have a big piece. It can be just a small piece. And I think I got this a year or two ago, and I want to say it was like $5. So I mean, it's not. I know it's a little bit more expensive, but it's not too bad.
Yeah. Thank you, Hinda, for becoming a new member. Thank you very much. So sweet of you. And welcome, Karen. So nice to see you. And I looked it up because it was bothering me. It was Kambaba Jasper, Kambaba Jasper.
I would have never thought of that. Never ever.
I know, right? Who
Nope.
could remember that? But I knew it was a different kind of a jasper. And yeah, I saw that because I looked up dark green stones and I knew it has like these, it's hard to tell on there, but it has different marbling than the malachite. But the malachite is in there and the green aventurine is in there. And there's just so many different types of healing that different types of green stones can offer you. And again, you can just let your eye draw you towards whatever it is that you find attractive because you'll wear it a little bit more often. And then what your eye is drawn to maybe the type of balance that you need, whichever one that you're most intrigued with. Um, it's definitely worth looking into and getting a little more familiar. Oh, look, Moldavite. Mona Lee says Moldavite gives me heart palpitations too. Green must be my kryptonite. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think Moldavite's a whole nother sort of category. Yeah, I think Moldavite is from an asteroid or something that hit the Earth. Is that what Moldavite is? I'm pretty sure that's what it is. It's not original from this planet, from years ago.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Hinder said it looks like the dark green pendant I have. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yes.
nice.
Mm-hmm. Mona says, yeah, it's the asteroid that came here many years ago, and it has different types of energetic properties to it. Yeah, and green stones are good for the heart chakra. Exactly. Maria, that's where my mind goes for a lot of my stones is my chakras. Yeah. So what do you say? Let's see what else. Do you have anything else that you wanted to share there with us? Or do you want me to go next?
You go next. And yeah, I have a few on deck, but yeah, we'll see how much time we have. But yeah, I want to see what you have.
Let me just move me. And I have these little fossils, and they
Mm,
come, and it's a stone. It's found in stone. And what is this called? An ammonite? An
yes.
ammonite? And it's a
Mhm.
fossilized. Now, this one's highly polished and a really beautiful little specimen, but you can find these inside of rocks. And I think that it's like from years of, uh, weather and debris, it attaches onto it. And then when you open it up, you find these fossils. But I just thought that this was amazing.
I love it.
Um,
I have one of those on my altar over there on the other side of the room.
I have a couple of them. My husband likes the fossils a little more than just the regular stone. Now, I have power animals, you guys. So I wanted to combine my power animal with my stone. So this is I'm not exactly sure what kind of a stone. It's just a light green or a gray kind of a stone, but it's carved in. Look at how beautifully that's carved in
Wow.
the. Mine is a hawk, but it's the closest that I could find for a hawk. It could be any type of a bird or flyer, but he's just so adorable. I wanted to show him, and this is a stone, so this is a carved stone. And I think it does bring a little bit more dimension to the actual stone itself. And this one was gifted to me, and this is a little cat, and
Oh.
this is a carved stone. And it could be Lyran energy, but it's just really so beautiful. And it's a totem, it's a totem
Oh,
for your
yeah.
power animal. So if you love crystals and stones and you love power animals, you can combine the two there. Hmm.
I love
Um,
them.
Yep. And then this one I have, and it might be a little hard to see, but this is a beautiful uh, a specimen of a tiger's eye. And this
Mm.
tiger's eye is really very grounding, very healing, very protective, very protective. And I love this. And I don't know if you have, I think we have tiger's eye on the next
Yeah,
slide
I
that
think
we
so.
have there.
Mhm.
But it's just so warm and soothing. It's just, I absolutely love it. Um, and I don't have the all of the properties for the tiger's eye, but you guys can look that up. But this is a very popular stone for healing and protection, and a lot of men like to wear this. It's
Mhm.
agreeable for, you know, it's um, no, it's not on this one, but let's go ahead and show this one. So this is another one that we wanted to show you, and it's the crystals that we use for exhaustion. And boy, we all can relate to that recently. I'm sure all of us are feeling this exhaustion. So the first one up here is a carnelian, and it boosts vitality and fires up personal power. And I'm letting you know this, guys, it's very gentle, but you say, huh, I I wasn't as tired as I was yesterday. And then oh, that's right. I'm wearing the carnelian. That's right. Like you almost forget about it, but you notice just a little slight difference. It is definitely noticeable. And I love this Lepidia light, and it provides gentle lift of strength, relieving exhaustion. I might have this. I might have this Lepidia light, and I don't know. It's hard to tell. I'll show you guys and let you. Yeah. Oh, I didn't never told you the story about Ruby. This is a natural stimulant for the mental, emotional, and physical bodies, for sure. I have a raw Ruby. I couldn't find it. I That's what I was doing when I was a little bit late coming back. I was looking for my Ruby. This one is a fire opal. I've never actually saw one of these. It amplifies energy, pressing, and a restart button balances adrenal flow. Oh my gosh. Yeah. You know how you can get burned out, right? I
Mhm.
love that. Interesting. And this is, I guess, Peter site. I don't, I think that's what it's called. Do you know
I
how to pronounce that?
I can't hardly see it.
Oh, this one, Peter
Peter, yep.
brings relief by cleansing and energizing physical well-being. I love that. It's beautiful.
I'm not aware of that one. That one needs to be on my radar.
Yeah, I'll look it up and we'll see a little, find out a little bit more about it. This is rudal quartz, and I hear it being called rutilated or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yep.
It reawakens self-reliance and strength from within. Rutile quartz, rutilated is what I've heard the term.
That's
But
how
the
I've heard it pronounced too, is related quartz.
And the story that I wanted to share about the ruby is we did a meditation. You guys, it's important for you to practice and do your meditations. Find a friend, do a meditation together, do it on your own, record it. And when we did a meditation and we went to a different galaxy, a different star system way out in the universe. And we landed on a planet, and the planet was all rubies, all filled with ruby. And there's different things made of rubies, and the rubies were there to help help us in transformation and cleansing. It took a lot of the impurities away from our mind, body, and emotional body as well. Like it was really like a cleanser. It came through and it cleansed and it took out all of the impurities and allowed us to come back from the meditation feeling rejuvenated, revived, and look at this. It says the ruby is a natural stimulant for the mental and emotional and physical bodies. That's what it says here. And we didn't know this. We just went and we were like, where's this? What is this? Why are we here? And it was a planet of rubies, and it's the natural organic ruby. And it really did help us and teach us, and we were able to interact with the consciousness of ruby. It was fascinating. It was absolutely
I can't
fascinating.
imagine. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. How cool is that? That's
Yeah.
amazing.
So this the lepidolite I think I have. I don't know. You guys can tell me. I don't know. Does this look like lepidolite?
Yep.
I think it is because it's such a small piece and it's such a smooth piece. It's not amethyst. There's a couple different purple stones. I don't know if I have my purple tower here. I have several different purple stones and they're different, I'm not always sure what they are. But this is very, very smooth, very soft, very light, and it has a lot of light color to it. And then when you look at this lepidolite right here, that's what I think it is. That's what I'm thinking this is. I don't know. But they come in different variations, different, depths of color.
They do. They do. I know I have a raw piece somewhere, and it's flakes. It kind of like the tourmaline, and you got to be careful because if you bump it, it will flake off. I don't see it. I don't see it here.
I know. I have everything around.
Oh yeah, I do have it here actually.
Oh, good. Oh, let me switch you. Oh yes, look at that! Wow, that's like a slab.
Still has the name of it back there. I got it for $2.25.
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah, and they do come in all different shapes and sizes, you guys. So I think all the other ones I've shown before, but there was a story I wanted to share with you all, which is getting into the next um, slide that we have that I think you may have, and we only have a few minutes. I want to be respectful of your time there, Kelly. But it's about the clear quartz, and I had little bitty pieces of clear quartz, and they're just called little quartz points, and they're uh, like no bigger than a vitamin capsule, and they're tiny, and you get a bunch of them, and you put them in a crystal formation, or like what would you call it, like a grid, right? You put it in the formation of a grid, and sometimes you would have like a tower of any type of crystal in the middle, or a tower of a quartz crystal in the middle. And you would say, what I said was, every time I open the refrigerator, make me think that I'm not hungry anymore. Every time I come and open the refrigerator, make me think that I'm not. I was always like, grazing and eat, I wanted to, and you go through and you set your intention, and you bring from the. We'll have to figure it out. We'll have to do a crystal, like a very light, generic crystal grid, and how to uh, program a crystal grid. But you
Yes.
go from the point from the main generator to one of the crystals, and back to the main generator, and you just repeat what your intention is, and you say it with gratitude, and you do it all the way throughout. And then when you activate it in a clockwise. For me, it could be different. I don't know. That's the way I learned. And you activate it, and you finish it on the generator in the center, and you can feel like there's like an activation. There's like an energy coming off of it. And what I did was I hid it on top of the refrigerator, and I just was not as interested in opening up that refrigerator as much. And I
Isn't
thought,
that
I
amazing?
wonder if it's that crystal thing. Like, this was back way back when I was first learning. I'm like, I wonder if that's doing that.
Right? Well, I'm guilty. I'll open the refrigerator and I'm like, oh, there's nothing in there. I close it and then I reopen it like something magical is gonna appear the second time I open it. I love that you did that. That is absolutely amazing. And we're able to notice that it was working, that you weren't called to the refrigerator as much. I need to
Mhm.
do that.
It was on a cardboard piece of paper, and I had like that museum gum, that museum putty that you
Yep.
stick to make them stick on, and so that they don't roll around. And it was small enough that I could just put it right on top of the refrigerator. And you can do it for help me to sleep at night, help me to be brave, help me to you know I don't know, whatever it is that's ailing you, or to calm down your stomach, or you can program it to anything that you want. And it's really very fascinating. And let's just go on over to the last slide here that Kelly has for us. And I love all of these. This is for clear quartz, or quartz crystal. And this is the record keeper that you were talking about. Did you bring a demonstration of that, Kelly?
I did. I have two. I have a male and a female record keeper, and they're smoky quartz, and I don't know if you can you can't see really the lines in it. And it
Hmm.
does, I was able to find a few of the triangles that they talk about, that you're supposed to meditate on. And so this is the one record, you can't really see it. And this is the other record keeper. But these I bought as a set, and they're, I believe that they're smoky quartz. And these are the ones, that the record keepers that I hadn't programmed. And so when our show was coming up, I'm like, when I got these out, I thought I need to program them. So I oh, you know what? I think I wrote something down about them. Yes, record keepers have the ability to access ancient knowledge and wisdom. They're believed to hold knowledge of the universe and they're said to provide access to profound secrets of the higher consciousness. And you're able to, they say that you're able to access the Akashic records. And the raised triangles on here are often seen as gateways to higher knowledge, and they're called trigons. And they symbolize inner wisdom and introspect, and they enhance our psychic abilities, our clairvoyance and clairaudience. And so you set your intentions to access the storage knowledge on them, and they're supposed to help to receive downloads too. So they're pretty powerful.
Is it because of that one piece that's growing off of the one? Is that what makes it a record keeper? Yeah, that one.
The record keeper, it's the lines in it and the triangles. Okay. But I'm wondering if that doesn't have something to do with it too. I bought these from a shaman in Minnesota, and I took a few of her crystal classes, and it was one of those things where you're buying so many crystals that they just kind of get pushed to the side, and now it's like I have a deeper respect for them now that I'm older and wiser and really realize how powerful they are.
Okay, let's bring up now this is all of the quartz crystals, and this is what Kelly was talking about. This is when you have the little pyramids show up on I think it's on the main face, the main flat piece of the crystal, and you see these little triangles. That is what holds some of the gateway energy and information. This self-healed boundary, and I don't know if that one little piece that's growing off of yours is a self-healed one. There's a twin crystal, and this is very rare, and this one has a little window, and this one is like a portal to also meditate with. There's a cluster here, and you know what, I don't know where it is. And this one, the crystals with babies. See how this baby is growing out? This is uncommon for crystals to have this in the middle of a flat side to have a baby. They usually have a base to them where they grow out of. So anything that's unusual, abnormal, is highly sought after and has, metaphysical or spiritual relationship.
This one has a baby. This one here does.
Oh, let's see. Right there. My goodness. Wow. Hold it up against the other way. Like put it up. Put the baby on the top. Oh, I see. The baby is put the baby on the top so that we can see yeah. We see it. Yeah, it's lifting up off of it.
Yep. It's right there. It's got just a little baby. But yeah.
Oh my gosh. And there's so much information and benefits.
Yeah.
You would not be disappointed to find out as much as you can about the crystals. Dabble yourself, and you trust your guides. Say, guides, guide me to a stone or a crystal-like formation that is in my highest good, that is most important for me to blend my energy with, and just trust. And it's been years. It's been over 30 years that I've collected all of these, and it does get a little, you just want to just build your collection a little over time, and it really is a wonder. It's I said one time, somebody was like really into, I don't know, I guess somebody was really into a certain, let's say they were into anime, and they were head over heels. They had hats that were anime and shirts that were anime, and their car had anime stickers on it and everything they did. And I'm like, I just don't know. I just don't understand why this person is so over the top with this anime stuff. And my husband, I swear that it was channeled because he said to me, he said, their anime stuff are your rocks or your stones, Jean, and or your crystals. And I was like, I get it. Like I get it because
Yeah.
my crystals are like everything to me.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, they can. I'm no longer like disgusting or tired of seeing it. I'm like, good for you,
Yeah.
because I thought that was so profound. I'll never forget it.
No,
It makes
I won't
I
either now after you said that, because he's absolutely right. And talk about putting it into perspective. It's like, yeah, I would be like the same way. I'd be like, I get it now. I totally get it.
it was so helpful, and it made, sometimes we sort of fret over somebody else's energy, and it really has nothing to do with us, and it only has to do with them, and it's not for us, it's for them. It really did help. It helps to keep me in perspective for sure. But this was such a quick little show. The hour has gone so fast,
I know.
and I really enjoyed talking crystals with you. I think maybe we'll get together and do a little planning for maybe charging a crystal grid, or talk a little bit more about how to use our crystals. And it takes a lot of time, you guys. So this little bit of information is just an introduction, just a little taste of something that you might find interesting yourself. And it has enriched my life. And I hope that it might enrich yours too.
Yeah. Well said. Well said. It seems like we've just kind of brushed the surface with it. And the ones that we're bringing, and showing you today, hopefully maybe there's something that you can take away and go, you know what? Maybe I need that. Or, it makes you look deeper into it and finding more healing, because we're just brushing the surface of the healing properties and stuff. So yeah, just take whatever resonates.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Kelly, and thank you everybody for coming, for joining us, for your all your comments and your support. All of the moderators, thank you. And we will see you. Oh, I will be on later on this afternoon at 3:30 in about 30 minutes. I'll be back with Kelly. Sorry, Joan, Wisdom Seeker Joan, and Terry Suzuki from Kiguru Spiritual Journeys. So if you want to come on back, we'll be there. And thank you again, Kelly, for joining me. I really enjoy our time together.
I do too. Thank you, Jean.
Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Your support is greatly appreciated. If you enjoy this content, hit like, share, and subscribe. Remember to click the bell to be notified of future videos. Thanks again. Bye.